What's up everyone, it's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and if you remember a little while back with Phil Spencer's announcement that there will be no new Halo first-person shooter game this year, it makes people wonder what the deal is and what Microsoft's plan is for Christmas of 2017. Now realistically, they have two, well, we call them big, they've got one big game lined up and one game that they're trying to hype up but probably will fall in somewhere with a mid-range kind of thing and won't join their top tier IPs, if you ask me. At least I could be completely wrong. And both those games, I believe, are due out by the end of this year. Chances are at least one, if not both of them, will be held back for a Christmas period release. So we're talking September, October, November, possibly even as late as December. Most Christmas games usually come out in October, November, and possibly September or December. Anyway, those two games will be Sea of Thieves from Rare. I'm not too... Well, let's be honest, I'm not hyped for that game at all. I don't think it looks any good. Some people do. I'm not going to say it's bad, whatever. But I think that's the game that's going to fall in with their whole mid-range, their mid-tier IP, their second-level IPs kind of thing, rather than join the likes of Halo and Forza and Gears, things like that. So the other one will be probably Crackdown 3. Now, we all know Crackdown 3 has been in development for a good few years at this point. Even pre Xbox One release, it seemed to be in development. And when they showed off stuff for the Xbox One before it was launched, there was hints and tips towards Crackdown 3 in there. And eventually it came to fruition. Some of the stuff that they showed off, even pre-release as well, without saying it was Crackdown 3, turned out to be Crackdown 3 development stuff. There's the big thing with the cloud and all as well. We haven't seen a Crackdown game in a good while, but I do think that Crackdown 3 will be released in time for Christmas of 2017. Could you argue that's the game that I could argue is their higher tier kind of thing? I think it will do considerably better than Sea of Thieves, but I don't think it will do anything anywhere near as good as the likes of Halo or Gears, but that's to be expected. So, having said all that, let's quickly look at all the other kind of stuff that Microsoft has released recently that they could have potentially saved up for this Christmas or whatever it is. So we all know Scalebound is officially canned. That's completely cancelled and is no longer in development and will no longer be coming out at all. Obviously, Gears of War 4 is excluded. That's last Christmas's game. Dead Rising 4, same deal as well, even though it's only a timed exclusive for a year, excluding the PC port. And Halo Wars 2 released in February, so I don't think Halo Wars would have been strong enough to carry a Christmas, but that's probably why they released it in February, so that makes perfect sense. So, having said all that, okay, we're obviously not going to see a new Gears of War game, at least not a new main series Gears of War game. You might have a spin-off or something like that developed in tandem or whatever, but I don't think so either. So, we're not going to have a new Halo first-person shooter. We're not going to have a new Gears of War game. We'll have a new Forza game. We have a new Forza game every year. And racing games don't do it for me unless it's Mario Kart. But that's the main deal. So we've taken a look at basically the main things Microsoft have up their sleeve. And realistically, it's looking for Crackdown 3 and Sea of Thieves for Christmas of this year. Now, the big thing I want to touch on is that when people like Phil Spencer and all these high-level executives, whenever they say something and make a statement about something, they always choose their words extremely carefully. They always specifically say one or two words, or specifically don't say one or two words to make sure there's no ambiguity. And they'll always say something like that. Now, in relation to Phil announcing that there was going to be no new Halo first-person shooter for 2017, which was a bit of a bummer to me, because even though Halo 5 was a bit of a letdown, it set up a potentially epic Halo 6. So if you've seen the legendary ending of Halo 5, I think it's only the legendary ending, but if you've seen the legendary ending of Halo 5, you know that Halo 6 could be done extremely well, as long as 343 Industries don't fuck it up. I'm not even going to touch on the Project Scorpio, because obviously that's coming out this Christmas too. So that's a whole other deal. But the way I want to look at it is because Phil said there will be no new Halo first-person shooter. The key word being new. Okay? So the keyword he put in there was no new Halo first person shooter. Does that mean, or could that mean rather, because we've already seen Halo, the Master Chief Collection, which has Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, and then they added in Halo 3 ODST as an extra DLC campaign and all in there as well. So realistically, the only game missing from Xbox One is Halo Reach. I'm not including all the, all the spin-offs. Like we have, sure, Halo Wars Definitive Edition, Halo Wars 2. I'm not even including those, or the like Spartan Assault and all that kind of crap. I'm not even including that. I'm talking about main series stuff. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, and the only thing, well, I suppose Halo 5, and the only thing we're missing is Halo Reach. Now, Halo Reach is on Xbox backwards compatibility, so it will run on there. When it launched, apparently it ran like crap. Halo Reach released in 2010 from Bungie. It was the last Bungie game, the last Bungie Halo game before they went off to make Destiny, and then that was a joke. But the point is that when it released in 2010, tail end of 2010, I think it was September, October of 2010, it was very, very pushing the boundaries of the Xbox 360 at the time. The game ran at sub 30 FPS all the time. And on Xbox One, on backwards compatibility, when it first launched, the game ran even worse. Now, apparently it's been patched to run not just the same as the 360, apparently it's been patched to run even better than the 360 version. I have a digital copy of Halo Reach. I didn't get it when it was free for backwards compat, or free for, what's it called, Games with Gold people, because I figured I'd never play it again. Come back and bite me in the arse now. But, and I can't be bothered putting in the disc for Halo Reach to test it out. So apparently, at least from what I understand, it now runs better than it did on the 360, which is good because Halo Reach is actually the second best Halo game. Combat Evolved is the first best, obviously. Halo Reach is the second best. So that is so true. And now I know all the Halo 2 fanboys are banging at their keyboards saying that I don't know a Halo game and I don't know what a good Halo game is. I'm not a true Halo fan. Well, guess what, Halo 2 fanboys? If you people think you're fucking badass Halo players, yeah, well, just go throw down and you'll go down on Snowbound. It's fine, even if it's not a fucking Halo 1 map. Anyway, that's all beside the point. So, is this the perfect time? Or will we see, this year, a remastered version of Halo Reach? Now, there's a couple of reasons I say that. One, the main one we've already covered, which was there's the specific wording that says there's going to be no new Halo game, Halo first-person shooter of 2017. So that's my first key on it. Second is, look how, I won't say easy it will be for this kind of thing, because Halo Reach uses its own engine in comparison to, Halo 1, 2, and 3. So you can see why it's different, and obviously Halo 4 is different too, but it uses a different engine from those, so there would have to be more work put in on it there. But at the same time, when you look at what they did with Halo 3 on the Master Chief Collection, they could keep basically all the same assets, just change the internal rendering resolution. Obviously they need to do all the coding and stuff as well, because when you look at Halo 3, it looks arguably the same as it did on the 360, just clearly in actual high-def resolution at this point. So you could almost do that for Halo Reach. And just with the quality of the game in general, and the fact that it's pretty much the perfect time to do it. It's like, well, we've no new Halo game this year. Have a remaster of one that everyone's been asking for years. So, I mean, that makes sense to me, and that's why I would like to see that. Now, having said all that, I'm going to wrap this video up a little bit now. Is that at this point, it's currently April 23rd, 2017. And yes, you could argue this is a bad time to make a video like this. Why is that? For the simple reason is E3 is a month and a half away. And that's when we're going to see all the big announcements and stuff. And, why make prediction videos like this or speculation videos like this just before big announcements? I mean, it's like, I could wait a little bit and then make one. It's like, well, it makes sense when you think about it. And at the same time, it's like it almost fits into the whole thing that most people do. It's like, what do you want to see from this E3? Which I'll probably do closer to actually E3. But, it's the fact that it's so close to an announcement, or a potential announcement, a good time for an announcement. We'll see how it goes. Would you buy a Halo Reach remaster? I know I would. I love Halo Reach. It's a great game. It's the second best Halo game, as I said. And I would love to play that on my Xbox One in 1080p, hopefully at 60 FPS. And it would be great. To make it even better, actually, please make it. So please do the remaster with your, whatever, 1080p and same or better textures or whatever, 60 FPS, and make it Xbox Play Anywhere, so that I can buy a copy of it on the Xbox One and play it on my PC as well. Because the PC is a beast compared to my Xbox One, so I could do both. Make it cross-play, like Gears of War. Not just cross-buy, but cross-play. So, yeah, I mean, there's some great opportunity for all that. As well as, it would be the first proper Halo game we'd have seen on PC since Halo 2. So that's definitely something where, us as Halo fans have been screaming out for all this time. Allegedly, apparently, from Halo 6 and beyond, all main Halo games will be coming back to PC, which is hopefully. He was saying, Phil Spencer a while back said that it wasn't taken into account when the Master Chief Collection was made, and that kind of stuff wasn't taken into account when Halo 5 was being made, but it was announced, I believe he said, after Halo 5. He goes, from now on, we'll be bringing them to both, as Xbox Live Play Anywhere and all, and I really hope that's the case. I would love to play them on PC again. So, getting off topic, Halo Reach remastered, Xbox One and PC, do you think we'll see it 2017, be it an additional download onto the Master Chief Collection, its own separate thing, whatever it is? What do you think about it? Would you buy it? Will you see it? Will you ignore it? Do you think we'll get it? What's the deal? Let me know all that in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, details in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the rest of the videos in my channel, while I go and defeat all these Halo 2 fanboys who are probably trying to, energy sword their keyboards after I said it wasn't the best Halo game.